Welcome to Words of Wisdom. Look at the sunshine and the blue sky. We are so blessed today. Absolutely gorgeous, glorious day. Midweek. How are you feeling? Hump or slump? Hump or slump? How are you feeling? Well, I think sometimes we have this moment of freedom. I've just had a conversation that I'm glad I had. It came about just from based off something else I was sort of discussing, and I could clear the air a little bit, and the conversation he wanted to clear as well with, and it was with my higher management, and it's always a good thing to be able to do, but the compliment was still very much how well you're doing, how good you're doing with your students, how much they are happy to be doing what they're doing. And I just thought, it was just confirming to me what I do and I love to do, and that is to help and to guide. That is my sole purpose. So here I sit with you guys in the afternoon in the sunshine, thinking of exactly the same thing. I just will hope that whatever I'm channeling for you and for me, we're in a network, you may need to hear, it will be something that will resonate with you and really strongly help you as it does me in guidance and support, and in being able to move on your journey in a way in which is more constructive and conducive to where you need to be. And it's always something that I ask whenever I clear my table or light my sage or do any of that sort of thing, even my Palo Santo, I ask that the right people who will see this video, and if it's one person or 55 people, let that be the people that need to hear. Let that be the person that makes a change in their lives for the better, because that is my job. That's what I do. And I do it every single day from my heart. And that's what drives me going forward. So here we are. So we're going to do a lovely little reading. I have got on the table today, of course, the Inner Temple Oracle we'll start with, and I still have the Return to Self cards. I'm really being drawn to these very much at the minute. This idea of being self-loving, self-trusting, and even having a conversation out there. I wasn't asking for validation. I was simply putting it out there that somebody from a higher rank will know the situation. That's all it was. I wasn't asking for him for help. I wasn't asking for anything from him. I just wanted the knowing for him to know something. And that was it. I've done it. It's simple. It's done. And then we have the Wisdom of the Oracle card. And I just thought lovely, really lovely, that we've got some guidance with that as well as the beautiful tarot. So let us see what will happen, what will go with that today. And what is our message? What is our beautiful message today? Love at first sight. Oh, is this going to be a romantic one? Maybe it is. And funny. I have these lovely little cards with messages. And they are oracle messages, but they are about somebody. I want you. I don't react when people mention you. The timing just wasn't right for us. I left you before you could leave me. Those type of cards. And I got these quite a while ago, and I very rarely use them. I use them occasionally, but I don't do love readings, for obvious reasons. But I just often it's just an oracle guidance of the day, but today seems to be about love. And to be honest with you, I felt very, very much called to sort of just speak from my heart when I did with my higher manager today as well, but also to just remind him and myself that I do what I do from love. And like I said to you guys when I started the reading, it is from a place of love that I do my job, and I want to be, that's my sole purpose. So love is very important. Fighting against fate is very foolish, but I still want to try. Don't fight against fate. Or maybe fate, destiny, fate. Fate, something that's fated is often written in your contract that's just going to come. So Oh, have I done that today? Possibly by speaking up about something that I have just no actual, understanding of. It's just something that is there. I don't know. Sometimes you just wonder about these things, and maybe I shouldn't have said. But at the end of the day, communication's communication. I've done it, and this is where I'm at. So let us see what is our guidance today based on what I'm talking about. I have no idea why. Someone else might want to hear this. It might be very important for you right now as well. So I'm just going to give our cards a little bit of a shake up, a little bit of energy. And let's see what our guidance is today from the inner temple. Oh, straight away, we've got ancestral healing. So there could still be something about ancestral healing that is taking place. What's in our DNA, what we were brought up as being and doing and what have you. Sometimes that's where our codependency comes from. That's where sometimes this validation, external validation, ego derives from. But important that we've got this ancestral healing. And today, when I went for a walk with my doggy doos in the sunshine, I sat on a beautiful bench and I took off my shoes and I grounded myself, and I was really just amongst the beautiful trees and just feeling the sunshine on my face, and I thought I was really grounding. It was lovely. Now, ancestral healing, during these times so much is coming up for healing. We're discovering our hurt can be passed down from cell to cell through generations. Our ancestors are the reason we're here, and without them our soul wouldn't be in human form. From them we may inherit many gifts as well as patterns of conditioning and trauma that will long be freed from. Many of these patterns are coming to the surface now in order to be processed and healed. And it's interesting because I did sort of say to him, I felt like I had knives in my back, and he said, I don't want those knives to get past your rash vest. And it was quite true. And I did say to him that I think one of them has, and I told him about my situation, and he was like, what? He couldn't believe that. But anyway, sometimes those who come before us, you weren't able to understand, let alone process what has thus far gone unhealed. Sometimes it takes a courageous soul with an open heart, when the conditions are just right, to feel in order to heal, to process in order to free themselves. This card is an acknowledgement, a nod towards the work you're doing as a circuit breaker in your family system and in the collective. Very interesting, because the reason why I was talking to my higher up was because I wanted to float a situation past him of the competitiveness between two universities, and whether I was speaking to people that we have the same mission, and I want them to be involved. And he was like, absolutely great, I understand that. So I am kind of being a bit of a circuit breaker, so it's quite interesting this. You're being acknowledged for the part you're playing in the healing of humanity through healing yourself and being with what is. You're being acknowledged for the part you're playing in healing your ancestral line and the collective too. Maybe you're in the midst of deep ancestral healing. Perhaps you're finding your way back to the surface, having journeyed to the depths of the line you came into. Try your best to honor the gifts of that line as well as the difficulties. So I honor my ancestor for the life that they gave me, and I set myself and them free. So galvanize that energy and transform it into strength and support. So there's always a reason why I say what I say. I've learned to trust that a lot. And when I start readings, I sort of go into stories and I go into ideas and things like this, and I connect with a little saying, love at first sight, and something else channels in, and I'm just like, it's very interesting. So love at first sight, love you. It's about loving you and really remembering who you are. And that love is within you. So if somebody falls in love with you at first sight and sees what you're doing, that's absolutely wonderful, to feel like you are doing something from a place of love that is being translated and transmuted out into the collective. So really important right now. Okay. Let's see what our beautiful wisdom of the oracle is telling us as well today. I haven't used these cards for a little while, and the reason why I felt like I needed to do these ones is because of the spiral. So things do come back round, and I feel like that's still the energy at the minute, especially as we've got this beautiful new moon in Pisces, which is all about feeling from tomorrow and our spring equinox. And it's very important that really is honoring how we feel. Okay, honoring how we feel. So let's see. Beautiful. Honoring how we feel. Oh, hello. Round and round. Oh my goodness, look at that. Exactly what I just said. Honoring how we feel. Round and round. You see? That's so magic. That is so magic. Round and round and round. Is there anything else for round and round and round? Oh, yes, we've got something else here. Oh, let's have a look. Oh. Time for a nap. And we have our little moon. That's interesting. Time for a nap. So something that's coming around. And interestingly, that was number 24. Soulmates. See, the love is at first sight. There's a soulmate on their way to you. On their way to you now. How beautiful. And oh my God, this is magic. Fate. The fates. And like I said, something that is fated. What does it say here? Fighting against fate is very foolish, but I still want to try. And I said to you, fate is fate. It's your destiny. So there we go. Round and round. Time for a nap. Soulmates and the fates. So, wow. That is incredible. That is incredible. All right. We have very much got exactly what we've been talking about. This round and round, something from an ancestor will come back up. It's about this new beginning and this new start. But I was just going to say 24, 25, 24, 25. But so it's sort of increasing, isn't it? Time for a nap. Maybe you've been napping. Maybe you've had a bit of a rest, and something that's coming round and round is making you a bit exhausted, and you do need to rest. Let's have a look. So 25 is the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrating. Cycles you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. So the appearance of this card is to a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backward, the truth is that you're standing at a higher level, looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and the lessons learned. That is incredible. And time for a nap is about rest and rejuvenation and renewal. Temporary non-action. And I did say this to my boss higher up. I said, I don't want anything to do anything. When it comes at me, I'll know what I need, but I'm not going to do anything about it. I just want you to know about it as we're being open and honest about things there right now. And he was like, oh, right. No, I don't want to have to, he says, and I wouldn't, if it comes across my table, we don't have to say that we know anything. We just take it as we go. And I was like, that's absolutely fine. So this is a time to step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go. Go into a state of non-action. Allow yourself to be free of shackles of your goals, your list, your desires. Nothing is as important as rest, detachment, and neutrality. The overly busy mind can block you from inner wisdom if you don't step back, take a seat and rest. Be willing to let dreams surface and ideas flow through you. Absent any force or conscious direction as you observe without engagement now. And then we have number 41, which is a 5, which is transformation. That is so lovely. 41. soulmates, harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. You are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. So certain people entering your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It's always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you towards them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. So you will be feeling this right now. I mean, this new beginning is about surrendering to it, isn't it? And so the right people are going to come into your life now. We've got lots of love hearts, so it's going to be very loving, very special people, you know. Fate, karma, acceptance that things you cannot change and knowing what those things are. The serenity prayer sums up the meaning of this card. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what these events and your current circumstances have to teach you. So this is the wisdom contained in the serenity message. So God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Isn't that amazing? So rest, rejuvenation, renewal, things that are coming back round. You are seeing things from a different perspective. And to be very honest, I really am. I really, really am. Initially when these sort of things started happening, I was like, oh no, not again. I was like, oh, and my sister said to me, you're a different person, Deb. You are a different person. You're not the same person you were. And I kept saying that to myself. And eventually Spirit kept giving me messages and showing me signs that indeed I am very different to where I was. And indeed I'm going to be very different to where I, in the future. Because I am growing, I'm changing, I am evolving into where I need to be. And it's fated, it's karmic. It's, the karma is what is you've cleared. You're clearing out karma. So these new people coming into your life will be here for a very good reason. One of them's holding this beautiful golden key. And I really feel like that is our message today. That key is that person will offer you. You will know when to take it. And it will be just perfect for you. I'm not sure why we keep dropping things on the floor. Gentle integration, embodiment, alignment, wholeness. Healing is not fixing, it's remembering your shape. Isn't that beautiful? And I love this purple. I've got my purple on today. Intuition very strongly. So it's being gentle integration. Something is coming about that's gently changing for you right now. Who's the soulmate? Maybe that's how this person will come along or people, it could be more than one person. Moonlight rest, restoration, softness, cycles. Even the moon takes a night off. And isn't that beautiful? Right before the new moon tomorrow, we're having this real strong rest, rejuvenate. Don't worry, let go. But have peace. When the child is sleeping, they're growing. So when you are resting, you are growing. Things will change in a way that you need them to change, So that's beautiful. What is this fates? The fates. What can you tell us? Okay. Gentle withdrawal. What does it say? Gentle withdrawal. Solitude, clarity, protection. Retreat is not retreating, it's returning. So gentle withdrawal and warm surrender, acceptance, trust, relief. You don't fall apart, you fall into yourself. Isn't that beautiful? So tomorrow, that's how you must feel under the new moon. I'm being told this acceptance, this trust, this relief. We've had our rest. We've made sure that we've changed things. You know, the ancestral whole again, self-trust, union, calm. You were never lost, only learning to return. So have that self-trust in you, in knowing that this is your time. The union within yourself. That is so beautiful. I love these cards so much. That is so beautiful. You know, really warm surrender. Time for a nap. Warm surrender. That is so gorgeous. Thank you. That is lovely. All right, let us have a little look at our little tarot. If tarot is going to confirm to us this idea of soulmates and the fates, what is happening for us. Okay, interesting. Something's jumped out on top of the union and self-trust. Calm, you were never lost, only learning to return. So we have got the Four of Cups. Interesting. Okay. Justice, balance, on top of fates. That's beautiful. What's this other one? Okay. Anything else? Gentle integration. So embodiment and alignment is very important right now. Do you feel, you know, when we think about balance as well, the Justice card, the balance, you can't be in alignment if you're out of balance and out of whack. So stay on your path. Stay in your balance. Okay. Okay. There we go. Anything more? No. Yes, one more. King of Pentacles. And the Hierophant. Lovely. And it's interesting how they are literally coming out on top of them, this little area and this little area. So we're going to leave it at that. The Hanged Man at the bottom. The Hanged Man at the bottom. All right, so let's have a little look here. We had Justice coming out on top of the Fates, as well as the Knight of Wands. Interesting. And we have a card that hasn't been turned over, the Seven of Cups. Balance again. Very much about balance. Two cards. Look at that with the balance. Balancing. Okay. You know, balancing on a lot of things, but you're holding up this one cup. You know, as if to say, look at me, I've got this cup, you know, that strength, and you're on one foot. Your balance is so good. The Knight of Wands is often a knight coming in with this beautiful torch held out to you. That's lovely, with almost like on the soulmate card. So let us have a little look at these. So the Eight of Cups. Truth is soon revealed. Act kindly and calmly. This is no time to lose your cool. You see, this is what I said. Reevaluate matters and set some long-laid plans in motion. Call an old lover just to say you're a better person for having known him or her. Exactly. And what is so interesting about this card as well, he's got a little mask. He's holding this little mask as if to say, yes, I'm not going to reveal, but the truth is coming. The truth is coming. It's almost like the other shoe will drop, you know, that feeling. Interesting. And the Justice card is a major arcana card, so it's going to be quite important. What goes around comes around. Seek legal counsel, ask advice from elders. You may be embroiled in negotiation or tedious bureaucratic systems. I think that's exactly what I've got at this stage in my life. As I said, well, there we are. I've spoken to the Dean, and there we go. Justice, balance. And then we have a Knight of Wands. The more self-assured you are, the better things will go. Everyone's playing to win, so be prepared for competition. Fight the need to have the final word. So let somebody else have that final word. It's almost like this idea of fighting against fate is very foolish. Don't do it. Don't need to do it. Don't need to come out and just allow the surrender to it. Let them hang themselves. Let them do what they need to do. And we've got on top of whole again, self-trust. We've got the beautiful Four of Cups. Is it the Four of Cups? No, it's not. Nine of Cups, sorry. Nine of Cups. People are generous to those in need. Enjoy the kindness of strangers. Stay away from shop talk and try not to worry about finances. So whole again, self-trust. You know, trusting in your journey, trusting in what is. Okay, only learning to return. Calm. Stay calm. It's interesting. Yeah, clarity and protection. Protection, the Hierophant. Let's read the Hierophant. Number 5. Follow the path that is familiar. Now is a good time to show how conventional you can be. Your public image and status with friends or in the community of great concern to you now. Don't sacrifice your beliefs or freedom for status. And the King of Pentacles is right by that. And let's see what he has to say about, where is he? King of Pentacles. Stop trying to be a jack of all trades, specialize. Don't let your sense of self-discipline interfere with your personal happiness and fulfillment. Yeah, you have strong sensual and physical desires. So that's, wow, that's really interesting how we're talking about this union, you know, it's the strength within you. And the Nine of Cups, and then the Hierophant, and then we have the Two of Wands. I'm hoping this is making sense, because it's wonderful to think that we've got such a strong guidance. Tensions begin to mellow. Help is on the way. Slow down and relax. You're entering a leisurely phase. Make yourself available to others, but don't spread yourself too thin. Look at that. Wow. Self-trust, union, calm. Fantastic. Very, very good. Very beautiful. So very clearly our guidance of today is that these things, these cycles, this sort of spiraling scenario, I was thinking of the spiraling of our beautiful, our energy, and it keeps spiraling upwards at the minute. It's doing this, and round we go, sometimes with cycles that do break. But with this new moon, I think we definitely know that we have to surrender. We definitely are surrendering and taking those times. So spend some time, if you can, having your rest and rejuvenation. Spend the time with the balance of your work and your life balance, possibly, over these coming days. Remember that the spring equinox is all about growth and rebirth and change and transformation. So we know that that is something that's coming in. Truth and clarity is definitely something that is going to be presented to you. But you are protected. Spirit wants you to know that. And they are sending the soulmates, these people, the someone that is going to be a very strong guidance for you. And you are going to be able to balance this out very well. Okay, and it's going to be in your favor, I'm hearing. It's going to be something that it's a gentle integration at the minute of your alignment, your wholeness, what you're embodying. So have your rest. Make sure you stay with your rest. The Hanged Man, of course, that was underneath, giving the whole sort of final appreciation of our beautiful guidance for today. The Hanged Man is rise above your material concerns and the way things have always been. So we talked about finance on this side as well. You know, you don't have to worry. Don't spread yourself thin. Don't worry about finances. You know, you are going to be sitting like this King of Pentacles. You have desires, you have meaning, you have worth. Okay, so try another avenue. Relax and rethink. Surrender, relax, rest. Allow others to change their minds and look at new options. Contemplate, don't agitate. So that's interesting. So just wait for things to come to you. In a way, I wish I'd done that now without having spoken to the boss. But anyway, I did speak to him, and I've not put a complaint or anything. I've just made mention of something that I think it's important he does know of, and he can take with it what he wants. And he will know if it suddenly rears its ugly head. Like he said, he doesn't want fighting within the team. He wants people to get on really well, and we'd all like that, you know. So let us ask for that rather, and have that self-trust within you. Be strong in this conviction. Whatever it is, you will know. And I hope that you will find solace in this reading today, and know that it is something that is that final stage. I feel like it's that last little hurdle, the last part of the bridge over into the 5D. You know, this key that you are being offered, it's a golden key. It's a golden opportunity that is going to come. I'm just being told to take a couple of these as well, so let me just do that. I'm just going to give these a little bit of an energy opening. Let's do it. Beautiful. Just to give them a little freshness. And let's ask for, on this table, our gentle integration. What is that for? What is our gentle integration going to be for? Let's ask what is to come for us as guidance, please. What is our guidance as we gently go into our new moon? Pisces is all about feeling and love and emotion, and no wonder we had that love at first sight as our message this morning. Success, beautiful, lots of success. It's going to be a successful period, definitely. I think you're going to know that already. I'm being praised for things, and I think, well, I can't concentrate on the knives in my back then, can I? I don't want to. So no, definitely not. They said, look at the bottom, new beginning. So new beginning, absolutely. We have success, we have celebration, we have moods. Now it's just interesting how, again, the moods is like on a wheel. It's like turning, isn't it? But the moods, of course, of all this beautiful greenery and the plants and what have you. And I feel that when the sun is shining, we always have beautiful mood, happiness. But success and celebration, you know, absolutely there for us now, coming up, because you've done a new beginning. And guess what card this is? Romance. So definitely love for you, something that is going to come in. You are going to be seen. You know, it is fated. It's definitely something that is fated for you. So you have this gentle integration now, and I feel like there's this glow up, and it's very beautiful. Romance is there. Romance is here for you. You will see. And then I've just picked up this part. Katsu, true love. Wow. True love for you. True love. Have patience, my friend. Just have patience. It is on its way. Snail pace. And we have our spiritual card as well. It's very spiritual, enlightenment, change, growth. That is beautiful. Thank you so much for those. I love these little cards as well. They're just so special. So keep your mood high, okay? Keep it open. Come off a place of love, as I say, always from your heart, love from your heart. There's no agenda. The right people will see that. The right people will support that, and you will know when that person comes in, the right romance and the right love that you are putting out will come back for you in spades, in bucketfuls. Absolutely, new beginning. And your spiritual journey is so strong right now as well. You know, you've got these beautiful gold threads. We've got the lotus flower. It's opening up. Everything is just making a change for you. So new intentions from your heart. Put your emotional words together for tomorrow. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you for joining me. Much love. Bye-bye.